Welcome to the New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. Today we're here with Chris Tomlin and Ben Glover, and they'll be sharing their song, Jesus Loves Me. So sit back and enjoy this New Song Cafe. Well, Chris and Ben, great to see you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by and sharing this song with us. Man, I love this song. It's so powerful. And this is a single for you, Chris, at radio. But we were together last week at a worship conference, and there was 1,500 worship leaders there. Everybody's hands up in the air, just singing along. And so this is going to be a really powerful church song as well. And I know you and Ben worked on this. Also, Reuben Morgan from Hillsong was involved. But I'd love to hear how you guys connected and just the idea of reinterpreting this kind of this timeless phrase into a new modern worship song.
Yeah, the song's called Jesus Loves Me, and what a crazy title to throw out there. You think about that song, obviously one of the first songs you learn as a kid, and it's interesting, when this song was kind of forming, and I'll kind of let Ben speak to that a little bit as well, but it's one thing to sing, it's one song you sing as a kid, Jesus Loves Me, this I know. It's one of the first songs you learn. And isn't it interesting that the further you get along in life, the harder it is to believe that. It's really easier to sing it when you're 3 than when you're 30 because you've just gone down so many different paths. And you've made mistakes, and you're like, how could God really, and a lot of people find themselves, how could God really, is that really true? How could God really love me? And, and I find this song, there's so many things I could speak about this song. There's so many different ways. And Ben probably doesn't even know this, but I get an email from Ben one day, and he's like, I got this little chorus that is just, I don't know, it's just coming from my heart, and just wanted you to hear it. And I just had a conversation with Brad O'Donnell, who kind of works on these records with me. And he's like, we're obviously, you've got all the songs that you need for this record, and we're done, but we don't have to turn this album in for a few months. We're in a good place. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's more songs. Let's just not stop. And the very same day, Ben sends me this email, and I'm listening the same day. I'm like, and that just seems how God has worked with me in the making records. It's always you got to pay attention to the last minute songs because they seem to be special. But this one, when I just started singing the chorus over and over, sitting in my room after Ben showed it to me, and I was just like, oh my goodness! More and more I'd sing it. I was like, man, I need to sing this. I need to find a way to really believe that in my heart, and I think it's something that everybody does. And so I was going to let Ben share, like maybe where you were when you wrote it, and what were you thinking when that chorus came?
Well, I was supposed to go on the road with another artist, and I was supposed to go the day the song was written, and I had this opportunity came up, and they said, hey, do you want to come out with us? And I had a day scheduled with Reuben, and I thought, I probably should go on the road. We need to get this record finished, and I just thought, man, I need to just stay. I need to do this right. I just feel like I need to stay and not do that and do this right with Reuben. So I did, and we sat down and kind of spun our wheels, as writers often do. Sometimes you go in and it happens and it's great and it's real fluid and everything's awesome. And then other days it's 90% perspiration and only 10% inspiration. So this was one of those days, and it was just we sat there all day, and I thought maybe I should have gone on the road. I should have done this other thing. And about 4:00, I started playing this thing, and I was like, I was just overthinking this whole thing. And there's certain truths that as believers we like Chris was saying, we forget. And one of those things, I hate that we forget it, but we forget that Jesus loves us. And I think when you say that, it's true. It's like, it's the most, like the simplest foundational message that we have as believers, But so we forget it sometimes. So I just started playing, and that came out. And I just thought, man, something is special about this. So I let it, I played a work tape down, and then I just thought, man, this sounds like Chris. Just sounds like something he would like. And I thought, I'm gonna send it over and just even just as a friend, just see if it's a song he would resonate with him. So it's kind of what's cool about it.
It's good to have friends like Ben, when you're at a course like that and think about you. It's like, that's nice. And, obviously Ben is like a world-class songwriter, and to be honest, it's something, since this is a lot of worship leaders are listening to this, it's something that was real personal to me. It's like, I really struggled with this at the beginning of like, of even finishing it, because I was like, I tend to write songs that are so like, really like, when you think about how great is our God, and our God is greater, and I tend to write songs that are like really put all the focus on God, nothing about me. It's just like, let's just focus all of our attention on the greatness of God. And I'm always speaking to songwriters about that, and worship leaders, let's love the church, you know. Let's not be me focused and all this. And then here's this song that's completely, it feels like me focused, you know. And I was like, you know, how is that going to work? And to be honest, as a worship leader, it's a lot easier to lead this song. It would be a lot easier just to have written, Jesus, He loves you, He loves you, He is for you. In so many ways, that'd been a lot easier to write that. It's a different thing when you're like, He loves me, because you're really like connecting in a special place, because all of us know that place where we feel like, how could God love us? And I think there's a great balance when you're talking about songs, and especially when you're trying to lead the church. There's a balance of singing songs about the greatness of God, and then singing songs about the grace of God. And if you can grab both of those are the two elements that you just want people to know. That God is great in His grace, and you can approach Him in His grace, and He's made a way for you because of the cross, because of what Jesus has done. And man, when Ben and I were riding, I remember we were talking on the phone, like, man, I'm thinking about the woman in adultery. I'm thinking about that woman caught in adultery out there, just how much embarrassed and how much like she must have thought, I mean, just the world is falling apart, and then Jesus grabs her in her grace. You think about the prodigal son. We think about so many of our friends, and think about our own lives of how we've gone so far away, and yet God embraces us. And so I think I'm so excited about how this song is going to meet people. It meets every person in a different place, and it meets, and there's songs you just really sing from just deep down, and this is definitely one of them.
That's good. Well, you guys play it.
All right, Matt, take us away, brother.
I was lost, I was in chains, the world had a hold of me. My heart was a stone, I was covered in shame when He came for me. I couldn't run from His presence. Couldn't run from His arms. Jesus, He loves me. He loves me. He is for me. Jesus, how can it be? He loves me. He is for me. There was a fire deep in my soul. I'll never be the same. I stepped out of the dark and into the light when He called my name. I couldn't run from His presence. I couldn't run from His arms. Jesus, He loves me. He loves me. He is for
Wow. You guys sound okay together. Well, Matt, we're going to let you do the teaching for all our keyboard players that are out there.
Yeah.
This will be great for them. You're playing some really great stuff there. So kind of walk us through, chord-wise, what you're doing.
Yeah, I love this song. Aren't some of the best songs just repeating the same chords over and over again? And that's the case here. We're in C, and intro's actually just singing the chorus. So you're just doing the melody. He loves. And then I'm just playing C, G, super open. So we're starting with the C chord. So C, A minor, F, and then, make sense? So I'm not doing big block chords right here, just real open. It carries that through the whole verse. You come. That's the pre-chorus. Couldn't run from his presence. And keep on going through the chorus. I mean, I was serious. You're gonna play the same thing the whole time.
That's right.
It's
That's
beautiful.
how Ben and I
though.
write songs.
It's beautiful.
That's right, man. Make it simple.
So keep it simple. Just rock that.
It really only changes in the bridge.
We go to the bridge.
Yeah.
We'll go to the 6 minor. So go to that A minor chord. He holds the star. Go to an F, and again just big open chords. To a C, and now we're gonna go to that G over B, 5/7 chord, and then the rugged cross. A minor to F, to C, to G, like a sus kind of thing.
Yeah.
And back
And then back to
home base.
home base. So this one's super, super fun. You can pick it up in about a minute.
About a minute. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming by and sharing the song with us. It's just going to be a great song for the church.
He loves me, oh,